I'm Todd Masuda. I'm an employment lawyer in Cleveland, Ohio. And today I want to talk about an option that Ohio employers have, a relatively new option that's about furloughing employees rather than laying them off during this coronavirus emergency. So I saw an article recently that said as many as 25% of small businesses may not survive may not make it through the coronavirus crisis. Even now, non-essential businesses, service businesses, bars and restaurants are having to shut down. Normally, these places would just lay off their employees. The employees would go on COBRA, go on regular unemployment, and that's the way that it would have to be handled. With a couple of new twists to existing law and new provisions, new benefits coming online, I think that furlough, the idea of a furlough, can be a good option for employers who are so distressed that they have to shut down, but still want to do the best that they can for their workers. All right, so the legal elements of this are going to be an order from the director of the Ohio Department of Insurance that makes group coverage more accessible to people who aren't working. And the other main element is going to be a CARES Act provision called the Employee Retention Credit. And then there's the expanded Ohio unemployment law and the federal pandemic unemployment benefit that should be coming online soon if it's not online already. So instead of having the regular layoff scenario, the furlough idea is that the employer will reduce the employee's hours to zero, so the employee is not taking any cash compensation, but the employer is still able to maintain the employee on the group health coverage, which the employer is going to pay its portion of the premium, but then under the employee retention credit rule, the employer will be able to apply for 50% of that payment as a tax credit. Normally, that's not available because group insurance policies have this hours worked requirement, where an employee who's not working a specific number of hours, often 30 hours in the policy, that employee is automatically disqualified from coverage and is kicked over to COBRA. But the insurance director's order suspends insurers from being able to enforce that hours worked provision and requires the insurer to carry that employee. And the expanded unemployment provision on the Ohio side also says that this reduction in hours, even a partial reduction in hours, should qualify an employee for unemployment benefits. So it seems like a relatively narrow benefit, but during a health crisis, health insurance is so crucial, and it's such a big part of employee needs that I wanted to point out this strategy as an option that might be right for your company, might be right for your employees. As always, I hope that helps. Thanks.